Hello everyone and Happy New Year. My name is Amir Ali and I am the best PMP trainer for last 5 years. In this video, I want to share something special as my gift to all of you on this beautiful new year. I have trained a lot of students, but I started counting how many people are certified like in COVID, especially when things went online. So today I'm going to share what I learned from more than 2000 certified PMPs. And these are those people whose success journeys I have recorded. So let's get into that. If you are new to this YouTube channel, please do subscribe it. We just recently hit 1 lakh plus subscriber and I want to go up to maybe million because the more the channel grow, the better people we can serve. And in this year, I'm gonna make a new, like we had mastery series, which you can watch it here. It's an amazing series, 30-minute, 1 hour summaries of the videos. Then pathway to PMP, complete PMP material is there. And then from this year, I'm gonna go with a journey video, a very important, quick 10 to 15 minute series. I don't want that you miss those content. So do subscribe it and click that notification thing because whenever I go live, you don't miss those things. So let's get into that. I make a small kind of a PowerPoint to share it with you so that at the end, if you want this document, you can have these things. Now, these are from those people who have cleared PMP, right? These are not my tips, I would say, as per se. These are those tips, those are from certified PMPs. Okay. So a very important thing straight forward. I want to start with your brain, with your mindset, that your mindset is the key here. You need to have a discipline. I always say that whenever you are starting something, you need to make a schedule. You want to do it in 1 month, it is 4 hours. If you want to do in 2 months, it is 2 hours. If you cannot give more than 2 hours, it is gonna take at least more than 2 months. So understanding realistic is very important. How much time you can do, because it's not about intensity, it's more about consistency. Daily, how much time you can spend on that thing. So intensity is important, but consistency is more important. And you need to believe in yourself, commit to the goal, whatever the goal you have set, move towards it. Now, this is a very important thing. You break down the process. What we learned in PMP, progressive elaboration or rolling wave planning. Like you take the entire process, break it down into small, manageable part so that it can actually help you. It can work into that. Don't get overwhelmed that I have to do thousands of things. No, no, no. Break it into small parts. My recommendation is if you can give 2 hours daily, 2 month plan and make a plan for you. Okay, this is something I'm gonna follow. This is very, very critical. Many people overestimate what they can do like in a week, in a 2 weeks, but they underestimate what they can do in 2 months. So consistency is very important. You can clear PMP in 1 month if you give 3 to 4 hours, or 2 months if you give 2 hours. I'm sharing this from the feedback of thousands of PMP, working mom, single mom, working dad, single dad, living in combined family, living all over the world. So I have people from all over the world. This is feedback from that. It all starts here. Okay, let's see what do we get in the next thing. Now, PMP exam, you cannot go with any kind of memorization. Like I'll remember the PEM book 7, PEM book 8, PEM book 5, whatever is it. I will remember Amir Ali Pathway to PMP, Andy Ramdayal book, Rita book. No, you cannot memorize it. It's the exam is situational. 100% exam is situational based. So don't focus on memorization. Very critical. Now, the next point, this point is missed by many people. Exam is not based on book. Exam is not based on any of that. Exam is based on exam content outline. I would highly recommend if you are not taking, like it's a, if you are taking PMI ATP training, like for example, I provide authorized training partner PMI training content. So that content is automatically made on the exam content outline. But if you are taking training from Udemy or any other source, you can, it's your training. But make sure you understand exam content outline inside out, because the exam will be 42% people, 50% process, and 8% business environment. Very critical, very important. You need to know that how the exam is oriented, what to do, what not to do. Now, PMI mindset, this has been popularized by Andrew Ramdayal, then David McCallum. I have been talking about it now in the PMBOK 8 edition. The mindset is also coming. This is the point number one when from where we started. That's why I made this arrow: step one, step two, step three. You need to act like a project manager. And when I say the project manager mindset, I meant to say you are working in a multinational organization. The budget is, let's say, $100 million, and you have a team all over the world, globally dispersed team, and you are managing them. Consider big mega project. Even if you have not made such kind of project, you need to imagine you are building a mega project and think from that angle. That will actually help you. That will give you the right mindset for this thing. Think like a project manager. Then, very important thing, servant leadership mentality is the center of PMP. Like, you coach the people, you work with them, you guide them, you serve them. They don't serve you, you serve your team, you serve your stakeholders, you shield them from problems, you provide them the best of the best thing. Emphasize on servant leadership mentality, very critical in PMP exam. Now, in the PMBOK 8th edition, and as we move forward, the PMP exam is all about delivering value. It has always been, but now the more focus will be how we can deliver the value, what value we are providing, we need to provide that. And customer satisfaction or stakeholder engagement is the key for a PMP exam. Stay tuned till the end. At the end of all these 10 points, I'm going to share some key insight, my key insight, which I have learned from a lot of students that are not the part of these slides. So you need to have a technical knowledge, that is very important. You need to have a leadership, like how you manage the leadership skill. You need to manage the business acumen. Business acumen is documents. These are the three triangle PMI talent triangle that we need to see. But when you understand the official content, it is automatically covered. You can consider that 18 plans and 33 document. You must know them. Okay, this I cannot overemphasize on this thing. Don't copy paste somebody else customized plan. Make your own plan. My programs are all about customization, right? My programs are all about customization, how much time you can do. Like if somebody can study for 6 hours, that's a different thing. Somebody can do 30 minutes, that's a different thing. What you can do. Secondly, what is your learning style? How you actually learn, very, very critical. Make a roadmap into that context. Make a customized roadmap that works for you. You need to understand agile methodologies, four values of agile, 12 principle, very important. How to handle change request, what are 18 plans, 33 documents, and how do they mix together? Like if you get a questions, how they mix together. So balancing them can be very critical for your exam. Now, people used to say memorize ITTOs. What is ITTOs? Input, this is written input, tools and technique and output. PMP exam is a situational exam. We started with this that you don't need to memorize. So I will put the same emphasis here. Don't memorize ITTOs. Understand the flow of the process. What happens in initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and control, closing. What happens when a new stakeholder comes? What happens when a new risk comes? How to handle the change request, right? I am a big fan of visualization. I'm a big fan of mind maps. So make those mind maps, those process maps that you can do. You can buy those mind maps on my websites, or Ricardo had made a great mind map of ITTOs. You can look into that. So understand the flow of the process, very critical. You must know what is the purpose of expert judgment and how it is different from focus group. When we use Pareto and when we use Ishikawa diagram, understanding them, their implementation, You are a project manager, yeah. You know, need to know. Okay, cannot overemphasize on that. It all comes down to, no matter what your knowledge is, it all comes down to the most important thing, and that is practicing the mock exam. The reason we have made our simulator as one of the most important simulator of this year is because of this thing. You need to do mock exam that is with timer, and I like to say even a one step more. The timer could not stop. You must not stop the timer. If you are doing 180 question, the simulator in which you are doing, it must not have the ability that you can pause it. Why? If you pause it, you go out, you make food, you go out, you take calls, you get distracted. Exam, you need to build a stamina, right? You need to build a stamina for that. For that, you need to have a simulator. You can buy my simulator, you can buy prepcast. These are good simulators, like they have where you cannot stop the exam. Very critical. 180 questions you need to practice, 60 questions you need to practice, whichever the simulator you buy. I'll put the link of my simulator at the end. So you need to buy that simulator which cannot be stopped. That's very important. Depending on the mocks, now that we need to see, getting up to 70% score is good, but if you can get 75 to 80%, for sure you are ready for the exam. But even 70%, it all depends on the mock. Like for example, in my simulator, there are random mocks. If you are getting 60%, that is perfectly fine. It depends on the mock, but the myth that you need to have 75 to 80% is not necessary, but the more you get, the better it is. Root cause analysis. Root cause analysis. Review your wrong question. What did you improve? And please don't put your what lessons you learn from each question in your brain or in notepad. Like I'm a person who like to make notepads. You see, I have a journal. I whatever I learn, I put it there. But it has a different purpose. Whenever I'm doing a certification, I cannot do that. I need to put in an Excel file so later on I can apply the filter. I can identify the keywords where I'm making more mistake. So put your lesson on an Excel file so that you can review it. Normally, if a mock 180 mock take 4 hours, a root cause analysis or reviewing it can take up to 8 to 10 hours. And that is more important. It's a very important thing. I consider doing mocks as an hourly thing, but doing root cause analysis is more important than doing even question answers. Very, very, very important. So if you are a book reader, you can and you want to read book, then you need to read PIM book. If you want to read PIM book, you can buy my book Pathway to PMP. You can see behind there is written. You can buy on Amazon. If you don't want, if you want PMI book, then you need to read PIM book and Agile Practice Guide. Both of them are must, right? Or you can buy my book, or you can buy. There are multiple other good books in the market. I like first books. That's a good book. Rita, I don't like it. It's written in a very bad language, very difficult. But it all depends. Do you want to uh, read books or not? In my programs, you don't have to read book. I have a book for those people, one person who want to read book. But if you are a person like my wife, she never read a book. 90% of my students never read a book. But it all depends on your learning style. You define. That's why I said customize roadmap here, right? Get a customized roadmap. You want to read a book, you don't want to read a book. You can absolutely clear exam without reading any book. There is no need. But then you need to have a good mind maps. You need to do better RCA. You need to have a coaching calls, work system there, right? It is very important. That's why I highly recommend that you get a structured program that is focused on learning, that is there to work into you. There's a follow-up system from wherever you are taking the training, like regularly revising yourself and having a system where accountability is done can be very, very important. That can leverage your resources. Agile is very critical. That's why recently I made a new 180 mock for my student. I named it Udemy 180 mock 2. That is 180 question only based on Agile. because PMP exam is predominantly agile. You need to know 4 values, 12 principles. You need to know Scrum, inside out, sprints, 5 events, all things about agile. Very critical. Then when we talk about the exam has 230 minutes and you have 180 questions. There are 10-10 minute break after 60 question and 120 question. Exam is actually divided into 3 parts. A part 60 question, 10-minute break. B part 60 question, 10-minute break. And you have 230 minutes to manage them. My recommendation is manage that time in this way. First section 80 minutes, then second section 75, 75. Don't overthink. If a question is causing a problem, just pick any option, move to the next, right? And you can review it later on. But try to manage the time. Time management is one of the reason. If you have a content, if you have practice, if you have experience, if you haven't done mocks where proper timer, you can fail in the exam. So time management 80, 75, 75 can be very helpful for you. I like to say that you join a program where you are not studying alone. You have a study group where people are studying together. For example, every week we have 4 coaching call where people are working together, where we have flashcard quizzes. We are working together. There's a follow-up system. Somebody is holding you accountable, working towards that thing. So that actually make a better understanding of the program, right? When in the exam day, stay calm, control your nerve. You already have prepared, you know the plan. Plan is 80, 75, 75. Like take deep breath, stay calm, understand the things. I would recommend even between doing the 60 question after 20 question for 30 seconds, just close your eyes, take I feel relaxed. Take 3 deep breaths that can actually help you. Right? You see, my voice changed automatically. That can be very helpful. At the end of the day, success is a journey, not a destination. Let's achieve PMP together. If you feel that we can help you, if you need our support, if you want to do it alone, you can do it. But if you need my support, join the program. The class is starting on 17th. I will personally work with you till you become PM. One more thing, few more things I want to share. The exam is I told you at the end of the session, I will share some of the advice that will be very, very important. Uh, Few things are there that I want to share with that keep moving forward, understand the time management. Exam is predominantly stakeholder communication team agile. Stakeholder communication team agile. How you manage virtual team, how you manage conflict, how you add a new stakeholder, what plans are very important. Agile, master it. 4 to 5 drag and drop questions are coming. Scrum events, how you handle risk management strategies. Need to know these things and believe in yourself and go for it. I'm sure you will clear the PM. If you do, let me know. I would love to record your journey. And if you still haven't subscribed, I'm gonna request you please subscribe us so that we can know that we are working with you. Bye bye.